Okay, take a roll call. Councilman Armington?
Here.
Councilwoman Davis?
Here.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Here.
Councilman Elms?
Present.
Councilman Iannacone?
Here.
Councilman Silva?
Here.
And Council President Foster.
Here.
Council President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I'd like to ask that we have a moment of silence, please. And may we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to defer to the mayor so that we can have a presentation of a proclamation from Marine Toys for Tots.
I'm just going to step out of sequence here for a second. May I bring up Gunnery Sergeant Joseph Clayton and Staff Sergeant Christopher Krebs and Nick Prizzi. Where's Nick? Oh. Okay. This is about Toys for Tots. I'll let the Gunnery Sergeant explain.
Mayor, thank you, sir. Family, appreciate it. Firemen, thank you for everything you guys have done for us at Toys for Tots. 2017, North Jersey is the third biggest Toys for Tots in the nation. It goes Atlanta, Dallas, and then North Jersey. And I run the 7 counties in North Jersey. And last year we gave over 255,000 toys away to the 7 counties of North Jersey. And a lot of those toys come out of Morristown Fire Department. So I want to thank Nick and all the firemen that dedicate all your time and hard work. And I appreciate everything you guys done for us and the city as well and the council for letting these guys and volunteer all their time and things that they do, especially around the green, because we got the bicycles, the helmets, all the toys, and it's all from the family and everybody's contributions to the Toys for Tots. And thank you for everybody, what you guys have done for the Marines and to all the kids that deserve the toys in North Jersey. And with that, we got the certificate for Nick. Appreciate, Nick, everything that you've done for us.
Thank you very much.
That certificate is for his I Love Me wall. And this certificate is for the whole entire fire department. So this will go in your guys' firehouse, and appreciate everything you've done, Nick, so much. So much.
That's it.
To the Marine Corps, I have ultimate loyalty to, because I've been a Marine, and it was the best years of my life. But to the fire department, the town of Morristown, the only thing I could say is the loyalty is back to you, just as much. And guys and ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and thank you to the Marines and to the town, to the citizens, and everybody who does this for us with the donations. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we're going to do the swearing in of the deputy fire chief, fire captains, firefighters, and fire volunteers. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we suspend the rules to move that part of the item on the agenda to the swearing in now of the...
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Okay. Start with police officers.
Fire.
Oh, start with our fire, sorry. Okay, can I have the volunteers? How about please to the microphone? A little closer to the microphone. Okay, and now place your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me one at a time, and then I'll whisper. Okay. I state your name.
I, Paul Miller.
I, Thomas Gaylord.
William Kohler.
I, Lee Bender.
I, Alexander Gathings.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of
perform all the duties of the office of
First Assistant Chief, Morristown Fire Bureau.
Second Assistant Chief, Morristown Fire Bureau.
First Lieutenant.
Second Lieutenant.
Fire Captain.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations.
I know.
Next up, can I have the firefighters, please? What? That would be fantastic. I brought the old heavy one. So I'm going to place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I state your name.
Peter Dwyer.
John Richardshauser.
Jesus Castano.
Tom Dennehy.
William Hofer.
David Barter.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
That I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of firefighter
of the office of firefighter
for the Morristown Fire Bureau
for the Morristown Fire Bureau
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Okay, next up, the fire marshal. I can hear you, please.
Yep.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I'm Michael Geary.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that I will
States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the
that
same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all the duties of Fire Marshal, Morristown Fire Bureau,
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
He's marshaling his own role.
Next up, the fire captains. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Dominic Prizzi,
I, Philip Barter,
Do solemnly swear
do
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of Fire Captain, Morristown Fire Bureau.
perform all the duties of the office of Fire Captain
Morristown Fire Bureau,
To the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Welcome. That's it? That's it?
Fire Chief.
Chief.
Raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Robert Whitehead,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New
and
Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United
and
States
to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Deputy Fire Chief,
of the office of Deputy Fire Chief,
Morristown Fire Bureau,
Morristown Fire Bureau,
to the best of my ability, so help me
to
God.
the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm just going to say a few words. I won't keep everybody here that long, but first of all, I feel honored and privileged to be your fire chief, Mary.
I want to know where the party is. Where's the party? There's got to be a party somewhere. I know you guys are having a party somewhere. Okay, Kat. No machete, Chief? Chief? Chief?
No machete.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
This is a first for you.
Now, is that all the fire people?
No.
There's more, right?
Still people on duty.
Every year?
Oh, right.
There's a lot of volunteers.
Like when they need more volunteers.
Did you read that?
I read part of it until he took it away, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll show it to you later. I'll send it to you.
Like 4 people left. I read faster, Iris.
You got it first.
I guess I can start talking a little bit. I always feel a lot of pressure when we have ceremonial oaths of office because I think I need to give deference to the people that take on this very difficult job. Firefighting is absolutely a difficult job. But I would maintain that policing is difficult for a different reason. Policing is difficult because I know of no other profession where the actions of one affect us all. Way back when Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, officers shoot somebody under those conditions. And we actually got the opportunity to show that my police officers, we had a 20-year-old man who was carrying a loaded 9mm handgun, was pulling it out of his waist, and my police officers did not shoot him. Now we're going through this again. Now, police, I ask you to report I ask you, how much do you know about Las Vegas shooting where 59 people killed? You don't know too much. Because for the first 2 days, policing was maligned because it took 6 minutes for the police to engage that shooter. 2 days after that shooting, it was determined that the Las Vegas Police Department was dispatched. They got on the floor with the shooter. They took automatic rounds. They were shot. And the shooting stopped. You can go online right now and you can look at the 82-page report and a summary by CNN and the New York Times. And they stop when they talk about the security guards getting shot. And now there are people in this country, including the President of the United States, that's trying to say that my police officers around this county, around this country, and around this state care less than teachers. Now, I grew up the Doyles practically surrounded me. You got Princey Doyle that lived up the street. If there's anybody that can tell me that they are less caring than teachers, I will defy that any day of the week. And Kevin, before you ask me, and before anybody asks me, training, we train once a month. Ever since Columbine, we train, first officer on the scene goes in. Second officer goes in with first officer if it's within 15 seconds. We train in things like diamond formations and broken arrow formations. We're going in. But we are maligned in this country because of the supposed actions of one person. I get back to my 2 police officers that are going to take the oath of office. I defy anybody to say that they are less caring, that their families are less caring than any teacher. And I know the teachers in this town.
I state your name.
I, Michael Molnar,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Lieutenant Morristown Bureau of Police
of the office of Lieutenant Morristown Bureau of Police
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sir Michael Doyle.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Michael Doyle,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer,
of the office of police officer,
Morristown Bureau of Police,
Morristown Bureau of Police,
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
And before you all leave, and while he's shaking hands, I invite you to look in the back of the room. They won't let me tell them which each of them is individually, but there's an Iraq combat veteran, there's a Marine Corps reservist, there's a sheriff's emergency response team member, there's an Army veteran. Trust me, they're going in, we're going with them, and they care about this town and the people in it.
Okay.
Give a couple minutes. It should be like a police department versus fire department football game. Little trophy. Coaches. Seems like he's stressed. The weight of the world. I guess he does. Knowing that at any point, so he didn't do enough. No.
Ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. There are 2 items for consideration: executive session minutes from January 9th, 2018, and executive session minutes from January 23rd, 2018.
I'd like to make a, oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, unless anyone wants to discuss them separately? No? Okay, go ahead. Motion?
I make a motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Armington?
Aye.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Foster?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we've now arrived to our public hearing portion of the meeting. If there are any members of the public wishing to be heard tonight, please come before us and state your name and try to keep your comments under 5 minutes. Marge.
Margaret Brady, 1 Franklin Place. I won't keep you, but I hope you were half as overwhelmed as I was with pride at both our firemen and our police for the service they bring our community. And it just happens to tie in. I've recently been doing redevelopment research, and going back to 1975, the town did a study of the facilities for our firemen and found the Speedwell Avenue Firehouse totally inadequate and ordered a new facility. The town studied 10 sites, couldn't make up their mind, and nothing was done until 2006, when another site was proposed behind the train station that had support, except that they planned to build a 4-deck parking garage and 11 stories of housing above it. And it was not a practical plan, but the town spent a lot of money and time studying this redevelopment site and pushing and convincing the firemen that this was where they were going to get their dream firehouse. Here we are, it's 2018. The men are still in the totally inadequate firehouse, which in 1976, they said our population was expanding and that our buildings were developing further and further and higher stories, and that we need to improve our police and fire facilities more than ever before. I would like to be able to say that I witnessed this council and this administration finally decide to do something and provide these men with a decent firehouse. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge. Any other members of the public wishing to be heard?
Hi, good evening. I'm really short, okay. Good evening, I'm Lisa Bimani from Mendham 10 Wainwright Road. This is my daughter.
Bella Bimani, same address, 10 Wainwright Road. My name is Bella Bimani. I'm 16 and a sophomore at Mendham High School. Like many others, I was devastated to hear about the shooting in Florida, and it had a significant impact on me. My generation has grown up with regular lockdown drills and has never known a world without school shootings. We are so fortunate that we have not yet had a mass shooting here in New Jersey, but it doesn't mean we aren't scared. Yet being the key word, because just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean that it can't or that it won't. And I'm not willing to sit around and wait for it to happen. We have finally all reached our limit, and we know that something must be done to stop the cycle of gun violence. I'm planning a student-led, nonpartisan sister march for the March for Our Lives in Morristown. We want the opportunity to amplify the voices of the Parkland students marching in D.C., while at the same time giving students of Morris County the opportunity to have their voices heard. Our march is tentatively scheduled for Saturday, March 24th at 11 a.m. All the marches around the country will be held on the same day. We would like to gather at Town Hall and march in a circular route ending back at Town Hall. After Mayor Doherty welcomes the crowd, we plan on having students and teachers speak, along with at least one student singing group. We are firm in our desire to keep this march non-partisan and apolitical. This march is meant for anyone who cares about keeping students safe from gun violence in school. Based on RSVPs from social media and Eventbrite, we are estimating a crowd of 2,000. We believe the maximum size would be around 5,000, recognizing that there are several sister marches planned in New Jersey, the largest planned for Jersey City. In terms of march planning, we have a student executive committee made of students from many high schools in the area. The committee is still growing as we work to be as inclusive as possible. We also have an adult advisory board. Many of these members plan the Women's March in New Jersey in January, and we are lucky to have their expertise. We are asking that you approve our plans for the March for Our Lives in Morristown.
I'm not sure what else we need to, information. Okay.
Administrator Jillian?
Just wanted to comment that their application has been received by the administration, and we've been meeting with them to work on logistics. We didn't get it before the agenda was set for tonight, so you'll have the application for consent agenda for the next meeting.
Thank you.
And we've met with the police department also.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you. Have
Yes,
you been
thank you.
have you been in touch with Morristown High School? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other members from
It's
the
gonna be a lot
public?
bigger than 2,000.
Billy?
Billy.
Crazy
My name is Bill Byrne, and I live up at 100 Franklin Street. And I'm here to talk about that same thing, the gun and violence that really took place. Because I was sitting home and I just happened to turn on the TV, and then they were talking about those students that got shot. And I just think it's like really great that the young people are standing up and saying, hey, we got to do something about this. So if something's not done about it soon, what's going to happen, you know? Are people with disabilities going to be next? You know, because people with disabilities go to like high schools and stuff, you know, and they have, you know, special ed classes in the high schools. So, you know, this is going to affect everybody. And then they're going to do it at churches. So I think we got to do something about this. And I like to you know, say thank you to the young people.
Thank you, Billy.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Billy.
Okay, if there are no more members of the public wishing to be heard, we will close the public portion. All right, moving on to council responses to any public hearing comments. Any council members wishing to address any comments?
Should we be taking a look at public service facilities, as Marge suggested with reference to the firehouse? I mean, should we be taking a look, should we be investigating, should we be looking at alternatives? Last time I've been to the firehouse, not for a long time. It's in good shape. Well, maybe that's what we should do, is actually look at the firehouse, see if it's, I mean, should we be doing some kind of assessment? I mean, that's what you're suggesting also. Or has it been done, you're saying?
Well, we did a study recent.
I have not gotten complaints from the fire department on the location or
Mhm.
the facility. So it's not on our agenda as far as the administration from the fire.
Okay.
It's actually in a very good spot when you think about the vulnerability of the older homes and the more tighter knit homes as closer together.
Mhm.
The fabric of those structures on those roads, on the side streets when you go down Speedwell and all through the second and third floor, you know, is closer access to an older homes than the first, obviously, the historic district have older homes, but a lot of the closer knit homes for fire fighting would be in those areas closer to where that firehouse is. But I'll gladly talk to the chief about it, but
Could you?
I have not gotten any feedback from the fire department looking to move the firehouse.
But just for the record, there was a study that was done before you got on the council in conjunction with the redevelopment area across from the train station. So if you wanted to look at that as just background information, I don't remember offhand when it was done or who did the study, but there was a study that was done. No, I think it was written by a fire person. It wasn't done by,
The redevelopment, correct me if I'm wrong, Counselor, was done in the Cristello administration. They proposed putting a firehouse there, but with the firehouse was a four-story apartment deck and 11-story structure with apartments. And I don't think the public was very.
no, that's not the study I'm referring to. It was a study of time analysis and response time that looked at well, I remember, now it's coming back to me. It looked at the response time if we were to relocate the firehouse to the location across from the train station, because it was a concern about response time, because that was the biggest concern for that function is response time. You don't want to arrive at a scene too late. So I'll look in my files for it if I have it. But it was strictly focusing on the issue of response time. It wasn't a redevelopment plan. It was more along the lines of, I think, the focus that I remember was on response time. Because if you're changing the location from Speedwell to somewhere else, it was looking at that. But
Response time to my house is great.
All right, so moving on, Mayor, you don't have any proclamations or presentations, do you?
Do not have some
Okay.
announcements, that's it.
All right.
Just on that last point, Mayor, I think you're right. I think the best source to ask is the fire department. So you'll follow.
And more that I think about what Councilman Dean just said, I think there was a study, I don't know if it was a study, in-depth study, but it was the timing, if you put it here, how would you get to that part of town, how long would it take, and it seemed that Speedwell was the central location to pretty much cover the town. I think at that time, there still was a firehouse on Market Street, too. So, but I'll ask them.
But along the lines, I mean, I think what's interesting is I went to this, at that time, I visited the Speedwell House, and it was in bad need of disrepair. So if it has been improved, and there have been improvements, I think it would behoove and benefit the council to have a tour or something to see what the improvements are. Because I remember my visit the last time, the second floor was structurally in need of repair.
No, they've done a lot of work. They're actually going to be doing, installing fire alarms tomorrow, beginning at 9:30. So I don't know if that was part of your announcement, but they will be, you know, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, that'll be
I can't make it, sorry.
You should reach out to the chief. I've reached out to the chief a few years back and asked for a tour, and they were thrilled. So
Okay.
You can even probably get a dinner if you ask to have dinner. They really, they cook there.
Oh, it would be interesting to see the improvements.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work themselves.
All right, moving on to the report of the mayor and town
Okay.
officials.
Just wanted to remind everybody to keep their thoughts and prayers, passing of Eddie Abdul Hackett. They had a vigil on the 21st, was well attended at Caldwell, and the funeral and the repast was this Saturday. Business Minister Julian Barrett, who opened up the senior center for the family to have a repast, and was utilized for a need for someone who was extremely touched a lot of lives in Morristown. And when I went to the service, 11 o'clock that morning, and the line was down the street, you really saw how many lives one individual touched. So it's, you get the accolades on when you pass, but you realize when they pass how many lives they touch. It's to be commended. Melvin Dumas also passed away. He was a former police officer, sergeant here in Morristown. His service was on 217. There was a fundraiser held for Kyle Noonan, Judge Noonan's son, who's a cancer survivor. They held it at the Knights. It was very successful. He's doing well, and I think the fundraiser was for him to learn more about how to live the healthiest way you can with dealing with the cancer, and making sure that we're getting all the nutrients and all the holistic way to live. And it's actually pretty cool. And, I spent some time with him and his girlfriend Sunday talking about nutrition. They're really, really into it, and one day hopefully they'll come here and talk about nutrition to you guys. Grand opening, just the other day at Greenpoint Juicery. I suggest everybody go get juiced at Greenpoint Juicery. It's got all the best stuff, you know, the wheatgrass and all the healthy stuff, and soups, fresh soups that are amazing. It's all organic. It's a really cool place. Angel will probably be there because he's a big juicer now, as I am. I'm a juicer really big. Wednesday, February 28th. That is tomorrow, right? Yeah. It's Tuesday. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Get your tickets. They're still available at MPAC for Morristown on Stage. It's a lot of fun. It's exciting to watch this competition for our The Voice and American Idol, all that stuff, all wrapped up in Morristown on Stage. It's a lot of fun. Friday, March 2nd. Tickets are available at paradeday.com, 6 to 8 p.m. That will be at the Madison Hotel. That's the St. Patrick's Day Grand Marshal Parade dinner at 6 to 8 at the Madison Hotel. Tickets are available at paradeday.com. Also that night, from 7:30 to 10:30, Homeless Solutions, Dream Builders Bash. They will be honoring Marty Epstein and Bill Ruddick of the Grand Fund of New Jersey for the money they raised with their organization. I will be in attendance of both, especially be in attendance for the Homeless Solutions for the honoring of Marty and Bill. I don't know, I guess Homeless Solutions will call, I don't know if there's any tickets available. You can call Homeless Solutions or just call the office and we'll get you the number. Saturday, March 3rd, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. free smoke detector installation. It's Saturday, March 3rd, 9 a.m. I guess you could start at the firehouse. I would show up at the firehouse around 8:30. 10 a.m. train station neighborhood meeting at Mike Schmidt's house. They're having a neighborhood meeting about the train station with the group that had been there for Beijing, who's been interested in that site with the Parking Authority for a few years now. They've had some neighborhood meetings in Oliphant Jardine. They're having another neighborhood meeting there at 10 a.m. at Michael Schmidt's house. On Monday, March 5th, Michael, you involved in this one?
I am. Monday, March 5th is the annual Morristown Rotary Taste of Morristown, and it will be held at the Governor Morris. I know that it used to rub the mayor the wrong way that it was held in Whippany or Hanover Township, but it is back in Morristown for the second year at the Governor Morris. If anybody within the administration or council would like tickets, let me know. I'd be happy to drop them off to you. It's $65 for general admission and $100 for VIP. But it's a great event. 35, 36, 37 restaurants from Morristown will be there. Food is great, and I think also Gary's Wine is there as well.
Thanks, wonderful. On Saturday, March 10th, make sure everybody comes. Green. Put your stuff on. It's our annual St. Patrick's Day Parade from noon till 2. Kicks off at here at noon, rain or shine. It would have to be a
monsoon
Category 8 hurricane for me to have to cancel that parade. Those who remember, I canceled the first one when I was mayor.
It was really cold last year.
Cold, rain, snow. It's going to have a parade on March 10th. And last, March 12th, 6:30 p.m. Those who are interested to go to the Morris County budget presentation, which I suggest that you might want to do that. It's at the Public Safety Training Academy Emergency Operations Center. They are still talking about that $120 million money they want to spend on building themselves a new tower courthouse. So that's been in the paper because it broke about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. So that, and they turned over the nursing facility to a private entity up in Morrisview on Hanover Avenue, and I know that firsthand because my mom's there and we've been dealing with issues with that transition. So I think that it behooves us to pay attention to what the Morris County is doing.
Mayor, step back. No. Go back to the courthouse. What? What are they?
$120 million courthouse, new courthouse
For
Morris County.
for Morris County.
In Parsippany?
No, in Morris County. On Skylar.
Really?
Okay, well, listen, I don't know if they're gonna build it. It was in the paper. I'm not announcing this for the first time, so if anybody in the press here, Mark knows. Mark, you read about it, right? You don't miss a trick. I don't even know, my goodness.
I don't think they're in.
Wendell? No.
I knew about
You knew about it, right?
Yep.
So it's been in the paper. They
I
talked
don't
about
think
it.
they're gonna
Then there was some numbers, maybe 60 million. But, you know, this is all taxpayer. We all have to pay for this. And do we need a new courthouse? I mean, there's a lot of safety issues involved in the old courthouse. Windows are low to the ground. But do you invest 120 million or do you invest 20 million in securing the courthouse that you have? I don't know what the answer is. But we should pay attention to it because it does affect our property.
You know, what was interesting is we got copies of the Morris County Planning Board minutes. And one of my questions was going to be, at those hearings, they obviously do discuss some projects, i.e., in those minutes was a discussion concerning development on the corner of Horse Hill and Hanover Avenue, which is right at the end of MLK. And quite another large development. I mean, what is our input into
Listen,
any
I
of
would
these
go out
county?
on the limb and
Things off again.
I want to bring this up because I brought it up.
As a councilman,
Yep. You had it.
Okay. We're all paying attention. We all see, you know, Morristown, we just started our traffic study. So you see what really creates our own traffic. It's very small. Florham Park, God bless them, they're building million-square-foot facilities up and down Park Avenue, like immense development. If you drive from Park Avenue at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a traffic nightmare. If you go on West Hanover Avenue at 5 o'clock, so I travel that to go to the nursing home, it's a nightmare. So this goes back to when I was council, that regional planning, they're not even looking at regional planning.
No.
And I know everybody's trying to scramble to you know, do things in their own community, but there has to be a broader look at the county-wide, because we're the middle of the place where George Washington picked, because of its location, central to everywhere. So Florham Park comes through here. People cut through one side to go to the other to get to West Hanover. It's just that that's where we're at. So all that development, and you see that 30+% of all those cars just coming in one section and then going out, is all from all those new businesses, BASF and all the big corporations that are moved into Florham Park and the surrounding area. So regional planning is important, and I think it's something that we need to discuss. And I would love for 1 or 2 people on this council to go with me and sit with John Bonani, the county administrator, and start talking about, you know, what's the bigger picture for the future of the county, because we see it's getting, you know, choked. I mean, just take a look at all the development they've done down by Hanover Ave.
When
That's the beginning.
when is it? The 12th, and what time?
6:30 p.m.
But I'm with you, Mayor. I think you're absolutely right.
We can go meet with Bonani and then see the right people and what they're doing, what they're looking long-term, what's their, like we do our vision for 20 years. What do they do in 20 years? Where's their vision? I think it's important. I really do. And you know, as we develop, and we try to do sensible development here in Morristown and not congest our own selves. There's other entities that want to move here, and there's some business people that want to move here, and it's a good, positive thing to have a balance of that work and work and play and live. And if you're living here, you're not getting in a car, you're not causing that congestion. And if you look at the traffic study, and I'm not trying to opine here, but if you look at this traffic study and you look at just the findings, and this is real data, this isn't like made up stuff that a traffic engineer, not that they make things up, but they come and you know what I'm talking about, Stefan, and we here on the planning board. This is real data, real hard data. So we know where they're coming from, we know where they come in, where they go out, and we know what percentage is our own traffic, and our own traffic is minute. So, you know, it behooves us to pay attention and to kind of not get in their face, but and I would love just 2 council people to now. I don't need, you know, love, because I think when when council come with the mayor, the administration, I think it shows that we're all unified into the sense that we want to look at what we're doing regionally. Because we're effective, we're the county seat. That's my soapbox. So, you guys are on board. Want new barrels?
Count me
I'll
in.
set it up.
Yeah.
Do it.
Is that all, Mayor?
Yes, thank you. I know I talked a little bit too
The 12th.
Good stuff.
And you killed my record, but I'll forgive you.
Your record was set a long time ago.
All right, any liaison reports from council members?
Parking Authority met on February 20th. Not much to report, though you're starting to see the same frustration that the mayor was just actually alluding to with reference to the parking counts that are coming before both the planning board and the Board of Adjustment. They're starting to recognize the fact that maybe there is a better way of communicating that. So they are working on that, and hopefully they're going to come up with a standardized tool that's going to be, again, like the traffic study database that's going to be used when the town and the boards are doing their planning.
Good.
Which is very good.
Morristown Partnership met on Valentine's Day on the 14th. One of the topics that was discussed was the town of Denville had put together a market profile that was prepared by the Morris County Economic Development Corporation. It came out great. It really looks amazing. So Jennifer was proposing that Morristown, in the Morristown Partnership, put a similar profile together for Morristown. So they're moving ahead with that, which I think is a great idea. Just kind of highlights all the great features and amenities of Morristown. And then also the talk was about the sandwich boards that businesses are using to advertise out on the sidewalks, and trying to get some kind of standard ordinance put together for that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else with environmental?
We're meeting Monday, so.
Oh, okay.
Shiva, I did go to the Discover History opening at the Washington Headquarters Museum.
Oh.
And actually, if anybody gets a chance, it's actually a wonderful, wonderful redo, not just for the Discover History, which is one of those computer that the kids all, go crazy about. But they really did a lot of work on the museum, and it's actually, if anybody hasn't visited it in a while, it's time to revisit.
Thank you.
What about the planning board?
Planning
The
board?
Housing Authority met.
Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about ongoing planning board applications, so.
Okay, that's in the report.
And we've been reviewing the an application for close to a year for a restaurant down on Bank Street, so.
Okay.
The Housing Authority met yesterday. They've met with 8 of the 15 applicants for the ED position, and they're hoping to get a hire before the end of March. So hopefully that's a good thing for them. That's all.
All right, moving on. To regular business.
Okay, we have 2 ordinances for introduction this evening. Ordinance 5-2018, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 13, Housing and Property Maintenance Code. Can I have a motion to introduce, please?
I'll introduce.
Second?
Okay. Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
No, wait.
Any comments or questions? Yes. I'm sorry. I'll get it one of these days. Any comments or questions from?
I'll say thank you very much to administration for taking the effort to put this forward. And what we will do, hopefully, between now and the next meeting, is actually look at its applicability with some examples, if you follow what I'm doing, so we better understand. Because I was trying to put it in the context of the overall land use ordinance, preparing for this meeting, and I think it's a very, very good move on our part. It may accomplish some of the things we've discussed, but I just would like to meet with planning and Phil and maybe just make sure through various scenarios that it accomplishes what we want to accomplish.
So the second ordinance for introduction is a land use ordinance, and that will be sent to the planning board for review.
Review. Mm-hmm.
And then before it gets adopted, they will review it, they'll have a hearing, and then it'll come back to the
So
council.
we can actually attend those planning board meetings and
Absolutely,
hear what the
yes.
input is. Great. But again, thank you for taking the initiative to move this forward. Greatly appreciated.
Okay, roll call for introduction. Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Foster?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 5-2018 has been properly introduced and will be considered further during public hearing to be held on March 7th, 2018. Second ordinance 6-2018, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 30, Land Use Regulations. Are there any comments or questions from the council? Oh, I do? Motion to introduce?
Yes.
Second.
Okay, now are there any comments or questions? Okay, roll call, Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Foster?
Yes.
Ordinance 6-2018 has been properly introduced and will be considered further during a public hearing to be held on March 27th, 2018.
Well,
No,
Well, wait a minute, isn't it the
at the end-
13th?
At the end of March, but it should really, it should go to it will be going to the planning board. And then the planning board will provide a report. They have a certain amount of time to provide us with a report.
Oh, it goes after introduction?
Correct.
And then it comes back to us for,
Yeah, under the statute, they have 35 days.
oh, I see, okay. So then, that's why it was the 27th.
Oh, they have 35 days? Oh, so it might not be,
Correct.
it might, in a future meeting. Thought it was 28. Okay, we have an ordinance for adoption next on the agenda. Ordinance number 4-2018, an ordinance of the town of Morristown amending and supplementing Chapter 5 entitled Animal Control. Can I have a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Councilman Armington?
I just want to, yeah,
Okay, now I'm going to open up I'm sorry. Open up the floor for comments and questions from the public regarding ordinance 4-2018. If you have any comments, please step forward. Hearing none, I will close the,
Well, wait, Councilman Deeb, did you have?
so,
closing the public.
Close the public and then you open
Yeah.
it up for,
I will close the public portion. I'll now open the floor to comments and questions from the council.
so again, I just want to thank the administration for this and clarify, this isn't the ordinance that we passed last month, which was allowing us to synchronize the 3-year rabies vaccine. This is so that they can pay for their license through a credit card on the website.
Yes.
So there's going to be a way on the website to ensure that the rabies vaccine doesn't need to get renewed? So there's like that 3 years that you have?
Right, so the ordinance that's before you is to allow us to accept credit cards both online and
Which,
and
by
in
the way,
person.
thank you, that's great
Yes,
convenience for
that's,
people.
we're hoping to expand that beyond the animal control, but this is going to be our first step as far as online payments are concerned.
Okay.
The process will be explained further once we roll out the program, but the intent is that you'll submit the copies of the rabies vaccine along with your application. You'll scan it and attach it to the application.
Okay.
And make your payment online, and then the tags will be mailed to you.
So you will get a notification if you're due, or how is that going to work? Like,
You
say,
get renewal notices now.
right, it's the
so-
same idea?
Yes.
So it'll get to you in the mail?
Yes.
Okay, and then you could just basically pay if you have to?
Yes.
Through credit card?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And what we're hoping is that once we have the online process going, then we can do renewals online as well.
Okay, great. And other applications, like any other fees, like sewer or even taxes or?
Well, taxes and sewer, you can pay online now.
Okay,
through,
but not
through
credit.
the whip.
Okay.
And yes, you can use a credit card or online e-check.
Oh, okay.
Through the website, so you can either your sewer bills as well as your tax bills can be paid online now. There is a fee, and that's already in place. What we're hoping to do is expand online payments to other types of fees and permits, and we're starting with the animal control license.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Motion made. Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Foster?
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance 4-2018 is adopted. We have 4 resolutions on the agenda. We are adding 5 resolutions that were discussed during executive session earlier. So we're adding resolution number 62-2018, resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris, authorizing settlement of the 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013 tax appeals entitled OMEI Associates LLC versus the Town of Morristown.
Bless you.
Resolution 63-2018, resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris, authorizing settlement of the 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2017 tax appeals entitled Abbott Business Park LLC versus Town of Morristown. 64-2018, resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris, authorizing settlement of the 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017 tax appeals entitled Sheffield Partnership versus Town of Morristown. 65-2018, resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris authorizing settlement of the 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017 tax appeals entitled West Ray North Associates LP versus Town of Morristown. And 66-2018, resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris authorizing settlement of the 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 tax appeals entitled 55 Madison Associates LLC versus Town of Morristown, and AHS Investment Corp. Versus Town of Morristown. Unless a member of council would like to discuss or pull a resolution to discuss separately, I would
I'd like
ask.
to make a motion to vote en masse unless, again, you want anything pulled.
I had
Separate
a
discussion.
question about Resolution 61.
So would you like to pull that for discussion?
Yes, please.
Okay, so a motion to approve 58 through 60-2018 and 62-2018 through 66-2018. Okay.
I'll move.
Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Foster?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Can I have a motion to introduce Resolution 61, 2018? Approve it.
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay, and discussion.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that BRT had kind of a history, a checkered history in town. They had been kind of reprimanded on several occasions for kind of predatory practices. Is that accurate or is that not accurate?
It was accurate in the past. So what the council originally did was, they had applied for a police tow license from the town and also private tow. And they were denied in both because there were issues with their past performance and also some zoning issues. There was litigation that I can't get into, but we did another review with the clerk's office and the police department. They withdrew their application for the police tow. As far as the private tows are concerned, there were no zoning issues, and the violations or the allegations were, well, it was more than a year prior. So there were no recent issues, and the clerk and the police department felt it was in the best interest to give them a private tow license, but not the police tow.
Okay.
Are they under, are they under new management, or do we have any assurance that they are going about their business differently?
The assurances that I have received from the owner and their attorney is that the person that was causing a lot of the issues is no longer part of the company and no longer part of the business.
Plus, under the ordinance, if there is a violation or if someone has an issue, they can report it to either the clerk or the police department, and they can issue a violation. And then the council has a right to suspend the license or take any action that would be appropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
One moment. Okay, on motion made, Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Deeb?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
No.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Foster?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we have no unfinished business, no new business. You can refer to correspondence that was included in our council package. So at this time, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Hillary.
Oh.